Sebastian, thank you. Welcome into SportsCenter. Elle Duncan, Kevin Nagandi with you. We'll have the very latest on an emotional day for Serena Williams and her early exit from Wimbledon due to an injury. Chris Everett will join us for a reaction.
That's right. But first, Kevin, much more of our continuing coverage of Euro 2020, including England's epic upset of Germany today. We're going to send it back over to Sebastian Salazar. Thank you, Seb. That felt like a live look at me if you tell me that Trey Young is a go tonight for Game 4 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We do have an update in just minutes on whether he'll be available to play.
How about this? For the second time in her career, Serena Williams had to retire from a major due to an injury. It's the first time since 1990.
Our NBA reporter Malika Andrews, who's joining us now live from Atlanta, has been covering this series for us. And Malika, Trey says that he's going to play, but what's the very latest on his availability for Game 4?
Well, as
John Collins writing an article called The Other Guys for the Players Tribune, when it looks like maybe they'll really have to feature prominently and step up, in particular because you've got a Bucks team looking to take a 3-1 series lead before they head back to Milwaukee. What are they making about this opportunity? And Giannis, both with 30 balls, became the first pair of teammates to each have 30 points, 10 rebounds in 3 different games and one single postseason. We'll see if they can string 2 of those together. Malika Andrews, she's not going anywhere. We are on Trey Young watch, and we will bring you the very latest as soon as we know more. Malika's joining us here on SportsCenter. Thank you, Andrews. And we're going to check in with Tim Bontemps in just a second. I'll start with you, Malika, though. Trey said after Game 3 he wants to play tonight, but what's the very latest on his availability? Available for getting injured for most of that, with the exception of about 4 minutes or so, Tim. And nonetheless, the Hawks just went quiet in Game 3 in that fourth quarter. Bucks go on a 25-9 run. So what sort of adjustments could we see Atlanta make tonight down the stretch?
Well,
Get an offensive board. They had 15 of them, did the Bucks, leading to 18 second chance points, and that would have been the difference down the stretch for sure. Malika Andrews, Tim Bontemps, Nate McMillan, head coach of the Hawks, is expected to talk within the hour. If he gives us any detail or tips us off after whether Trey will play, we will bring that here for you on SportsCenter. Thank you, guys. Richard Jefferson, RJ, Paul George led the way, extends the series for the Clips, who are already attempting to once again come back from being down 0-2 in the series. What's the likelihood Paul George can lead another Clippers comeback?
Well, I think it's highly likely. Now, will it get done? That is yet, we're not sure.
So frustrating, too, for Paul George, who's had these virtuoso performances, and for them to come down to missed free throws when he's done so much to even keep them in the game was disappointing. But again, he keeps them in it. Let's switch from the Western Conference Finals to the Eastern Conference Finals. We know Trey Young is banged up. He's got a bone bruise, but he's still going to try and give it a go tonight. You've dealt with bone bruises in your career, so RJ, can you sort of walk the people at home how effective Trey might or might not be tonight dealing with that? Already playing with house money. Nobody expected them to be going toe-to-toe with the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Final. Nevertheless, Malika Andrews tells me it's a pain tolerance issue because there was no structural damage. So we will see how effective he can be tonight. Richard Jefferson with the latest surrounding the Trailblazers' announcement on Sunday that they were hiring former NBA champ Chauncey Billups as their next head coach was met with some backlash from the Portland community over rape allegations levied at Billups back in 1997. Now, at the time, the unidentified woman accused Billups and a teammate of sexual assault when he was a rookie with the Celtics. Billups was never charged and settled the case out of court. But today, Billups and the Blazers organization addressed that incident at his introductory press conference. Kevin, the family of Los Angeles Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs filed 2 lawsuits against the club and 2 former employees today, claiming negligence over Skaggs' drug-related death 2 years ago. The lawsuits, one filed in Texas, the other in California, do not specify how much money the family is seeking. The family is also suing former Angels communications director Eric Kay, who admitted to purchasing drugs for Skaggs, and they're suing Kay's former boss, Tim Mead. An Angels statement called lawsuits and allegations baseless and irresponsible. I mean, effectiveness. I do think he's going to play, right? I think he's going to give it a go. It's about pain tolerance, but how effective can he be? We heard Richard Jefferson say he's small, the cutting, those things he relies on.
You know this comes down to a second shooter and a third shooter, right? When he struggled in the Sixers series, there was a second and third shooter.
Yeah. Thank you very much. SportsCenter, hello, continues here at the top of the hour. Me and Kevin were supposed to be gone by now as we get you ready for Game 2 of the College World Series on ESPN.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Start of the game between Mississippi State and Vandy is now in a weather delay, so let's send it out to Carl Ravitch in Omaha with the very latest. Ravi?
Thank you. baseball. I just wanted to start.
Of course, we are going to be here, SportsCenter, to take you through up until first pitch of Game 2 of the College World Series at Omaha.
That's right. Let's get you some big headlines, though, Kevin, because all eyes were on Wimbledon. We say hello to NBA reporter Tim Bontemps joining us now live from Atlanta. We know that Nate McMillan just spoke. What have you learned about the status of Trey Young tonight, Tim? Responding to the idea that they might not have Trey or might not have him at 100%, Tim. One really fantastic superstar. It really is sort of becomes a workload and a work share issue. And we'll see if they can step up the Kevin Huerters, John Collins, bogeys of the world. Tim Bontemps is joining us here to break down and give us an update on Trey Young ahead of Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Kevin? Trey Young ahead of Game 4 tonight of the Eastern Conference Finals. Malika Andrews, what can you tell us about Trey's availability?
Well, Trey Young has been
lose way. This has certainly been a playoff. It has been the war of attrition, and lucky for the Bucks, for the second straight series, they face a team that is less than 100%. Malika Andrews with the latest as Trey Young has officially been ruled out with that foot injury ahead of Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you, Malika. The family of Los Angeles Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs filed 2 lawsuits against the club and 2 former employees today, claiming negligence over Skaggs' drug-related death 2 years ago. The lawsuits, one filed in Texas, the other in California, don't specify how much money the family is seeking. The family is also suing former Angels communications director Eric Kay, who you may remember admitted purchasing drugs for Skaggs, and they're also suing Kay's former boss, Tim Mead. An Angels statement called lawsuits and allegations in this case baseless and irresponsible. Pain with that bone bruise, so they're going to try to give him rehab and see if he could go Game 5 on Thursday.
Somebody's going to have to step up, Elle. Somebody else is going to have to step up.
Well, we can start with your namesake. Let's go, Kevin.
All right, Kevin Huerter, Red Velvet. Let's go. Game 2 of the College World Series is coming your way. Let's send it out to Carl Ravitch in Omaha with an update. Ravi?
Go, Lemon Pepper Lou.